Hi guys, we're ready to interview you. Thank you so much for coming. Please come in. After me. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. It's good.
Alright,
Just the way we like it.
alright, first of all, thank you guys for agreeing to attend this interview today. And I believe you guys just finished your internship around 2 weeks ago. Yes? Yes. Alright.
Alright, so we'll introduce ourselves first. My name is Haziq. I'm a student currently taking Introduction to Management class in UTP, and I am interviewer for today.
Alright, I'm Qian Li, and I am also in the same class as Haziq, and I'll be your second interviewer today. And so, would you like to briefly introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Haris, I'm from Haris. I finished my internship 8 months, for 8 months 2 weeks ago at Company A. Yeah.
So, I'll go next. Hi, my name is Amelia Malini. You can call me Amelia. So, I've also just completed my internship for the last 8 months, and now I'm back here.
Where did you do your internship?
Oh, I did my internship at Company B.
My name is Hazeem inside Faisal, and I just finished my 8 months already internship in Company C, and please call me Syed.
Okay.
Yes, alright. Again, welcome to this interview. Alright, so first of all, why don't we start with a short, brief explanation on your experience in your company. Okay, Haris, why don't we start with you? How was your experience in interning at Company A?
Let's see.
As you know, I did my internship at Company A. I'm not sure if you know what it's like to work there, but you guys should have heard that they pay really well. Now, that is because of their commitment to delivering high quality and high quantity performance. In Company A, we work 6 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m, which I can tell you is much tougher than most companies' working schedules over there. Now, this might seem strange, but I even had a hard time getting a hold of my boss to ask questions about how I should proceed with my work. They were that busy. While it might seem like demotivating environment, Company A believes in compensating employees with a high pay, and in the end, I think it is worth it.
Alright, thank you, Haris, for sharing your experience at Company A.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Okay, now I can see that Emilia has a look on your face. On her face. Do you have something to share?
Well, as you can see, look at my face. As you know,
as you could see from my expression just now, you can already guess that my salary isn't as high as Haris's. As a matter of fact, it's not even half of that. But in Company B, our work environment is not as stressful as Haris's. Not to say that we don't have difficult tasks or a lot of work, but my point is that we have each other's backs. In Company B, we're like a family. When there's an assignment, we handle it together as a team. In Company B, we're like a family. When there's an assignment, we handle it together as a team. When an unpredictable problem occurs, we solve it together as a family. Our supervisors are also a part of our family. He helped us a lot in our assignments and projects given to us. When we had any uncertainties or questions, we could always rely on our supervisors to guide us almost step by step. In Company B, things like your KPI or my KPI doesn't really exist. Well, that's not exactly true, but my point is everybody works as a team to fulfill any given task or problem. In hardships, we endure it together, and at time of ease, we enjoy it together. That's the spirit of our company. You might think I'm exaggerating on the family part, but even now, I still keep in touch with my colleagues and supervisor.
Alright, thank you Amelia for sharing your experience. And now I can see that you have some opinion on what Amelia just said. It's like, would you like to share what you had in mind?
Well, not to burst your bubble, but in company C, we value KPI. Basically, KPI is the king.
It is what defines us as a company. It is the main driving force behind our high productivity and continued excellent performance. Despite our normal working schedule of 8 AM to 5 PM for 5 days a week, you will find out that it is not uncommon for employees to stay by to achieve a higher KPI. That's right. The key word in our company is competition. The reason we do this is because there is something called the KPI King Award, where employees who achieve a certain high benchmark of KPI are recognized as the KPI King or Queen at the end of the month. This recognition is not meaningless because we get financially compensated for the month. By the way, the month that I got the KPI King Award, I got an even higher pay than Haris over there.
Okay, thank you guys so much for sharing your background of your companies. So before we move on to the next part, I would like to ask if you guys know roughly what is organizational culture. Have you heard of this term before? Okay, so I can see that might have heard of it before, but you all have definitely experienced what is organizational culture. So I'll explain to you briefly what it is. If you imagine that each person has their own personality, for example, Qian Li likes to get angry very easily, so that's his personality. As for me, I'm a very calm guy. Just as an example. Organizational culture also has something like their own personality. So each company has their own personality. So based on your experience, maybe we'll start with Haris. What is the one word that you can use to describe how your company works or how you felt in the company?
In one word.
Yeah, in just one word. Okay, that's good. Okay, Amelia, how about you?
Teamwork.
Sounds right. And for you, Syed?
Performance.
So, in some sense, what you have told me just now is a reflection of the organizational culture of each of your companies. Well, in academia, in a more formal definition, organizational culture has been described using 7 dimensions. Based on what I heard just now, Company A, where Haris did his intern, they value stability. And you can see that because they have the same working hours every time and they're paid very highly each time. So the company values stability, where their employees come in day after day, do their work and get highly paid. And then for Company B, where Amelia did her internship, it is a team-oriented organizational culture where everybody values family bond and team building. And as for Company C, where Syed did his intern, we can see that it is an aggressive organizational culture where they value competitiveness and where performance is measured based on how well you do with regards to your other employees in the same department. So that is a brief summary of organizational culture. I hope that this interview has given you guys some understanding and some insight into what organizational culture is, and I think you all can see that it can in fact impact you in some way. So let's move on to a quick exercise. So Syed, based on what you heard from Amelia's explanation, do you think that you would have performed as well as you did in Company C as in Company B?
I might have to change a few things on how I do in Company B though, to adapt to the situation.
Then do you think that it would make you perform better or worse or?
Depends.
Okay, and Amelia, based on his response just now, do you think that he would have been a good fit in your company, Company B?
I think that he would have been a good fit, given that if he were the type of person to enjoy working with a team, and is not the type of person to want to work alone. And because in Company B, we value the bond between colleagues, and we never feel like we're competing against each other. We're there to help each other, no matter what. Yes.
Alright, and for Haris, do you feel that out of these 3 companies, Company A, B, and C, given your experience, do you think that you would have preferred to work in another company besides company A?
Besides company A,
Yeah.
I think I like my workplace,
Mhm.
but if I were to choose like between company B and company C, I would choose company B
Okay. And why did you say that?
because in, in company B it helps to maintain our healthy environment and our mental issue health, something like that.
So you're talking about the work-life balance.
Yeah.
That's also something very important to consider. Okay, so I think you have all seen how different organizational culture can affect your performance. So as you know, our title is Impact of Organizational Culture in People Management. And one of the people in companies is you guys, the employees, or in this case, intern. So, well, I hope that this has been a beneficial discussion for yourselves, especially since it has been beneficial to us in our project. Thank you so much, and I hope that this information will help you guys choose your companies when you graduate and seek for a job later. So thank you so much, and you guys are free to go. The free meal is downstairs. Yeah. Hey. All right, so let's get down to business, shall we?